The Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium in Gainesville. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Arkansas Razorbacks and the Florida Gators. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Well, guys, the Arkansas head coach told me before the game his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Running inside, it's Pryor. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And the Gators send out the punt unit.
Number 38 on to punt it away.
On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. He's got great speed. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give is to Smith. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Jackson gonna throw it. Open on the right side, that's Smith. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. On the move. There's some room. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield, nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and Duke chose to run out of bounds. Man, that is exactly what you like to see. Early in the football game, be who you are. Be aggressive. You say you want to take some chances, go for it on fourth down, set the tone, run the football. Don't settle for threes, Paul. When you settle for threes, a lot of times later in the game, you're regretting it.
It's the right time to go for it, too, because it's early, and even if you don't get it, the opponent has to drive the entire field. I think you send a very clear message to your team as a head coach when you make that decision early. I'm going to be aggressive. I trust you guys. We're here to win this football game, and we're going to take our shots when we can.
Jackson will throw. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one.
This wide receiver is so dynamic. The bubble screen is a play every offense has in their back pocket now these days. You just want to find different ways for this guy to touch the football, whether it's jets, reverses, and bubble screens. He makes people look so silly out in space like he did right there.
They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Working that left side now. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
Handoff for Ball. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Black 14, black 14.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Jones wants to throw it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Oh, he's going to remember that one for sure, man. He did a nice job getting outside the pocket, but at that point now, he's got to be on high alert. He knows this defense is going to be coming flying at him. He'll be doing a better job sliding or running out of bounds the next time that happens in this game. I guarantee you that.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, marking at the 47.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Gators! He got a step and just dusted the field.
That's a nice job by the offense there on their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man. It's Platt. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wide receiver comes in motion. Running to Green. Maybe a crease. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. This time, he's got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Florida. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Arkansas offense heads onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Jackson will throw. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
And the Razorbacks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. It's complete to the left. Makes the grab in their space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them, they're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
Throws to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Watkins. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Hogs getting it done through the air, evoking memories of Ryan Mallett.
And that's what the fans of Arkansas want to see. They always got that physical ground game. They always want to have a little bit of balance, and when they get that balance, they get that offense cooking, they get everybody pretty excited. You might even get a woo, pick city.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on 2nd down.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the 4th down, right? They've gotten a couple of 1st downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big 4th down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Caught in the backfield, it's Brown. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
It'll be 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. Jones to throw. Here's the pressure. He sacked this defense all over him.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
The Gators will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Smith takes the handoff. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Smith's got it. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. Zings it complete to the right. The Razorbacks take their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. He goes right back to the air. Here comes the heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Jackson gonna throw it. Here's the heat. He's got it. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Got his man on the right. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Mays. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. The run inside. It's Pryor. Got enough for the first. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Avoids the pressure and gets away. Now he's going to send this one deep to the right. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye of that full Gator head, let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We begin with Georgia taking on the number 19 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's Georgia getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. This ball club now stands at 6 wins. They've ensured themselves at the very least of a 500 regular season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Jackson will throw. Pocket breaking down. They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Under fire. Going to take a shot at this DB. Snags it down the right side. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it 1st and 10 from the could be an alley. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Gators sending the offense back to work. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense, and now the offense will try to answer with a score of its own. Runs ahead and powers its way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Quickly to the tight end. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
Snags it and he's open. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
It has not been a banner performance so far by this offense. Here in the second half, they need more plays like that. That's a good sign, but you got to be able to put those plays back to back now. Really nice job early in the drive coming up with a big one in your own end. But now you've got to be able to string some of those along now and score some more points.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. Touchdown, Gator! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Smith. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, he's showing you all the tools in the toolbox now. We saw earlier in the game his ability throwing the football, and now you're getting to see it with him running, too. This guy is the definition of a dual-threat quarterback, and right now, this defense has no answer for him.
Jackson going to throw it. Escapes the pressure to his right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on third down. Right down the middle. Intercepted for the 11th time. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And it's nice to be the middle of the field safety. That's my responsibility. I own the middle. If you want to come across the middle, I'm going to hit you. If you want to throw it across the middle, I'm going to do a good job breaking on the football. Unbelievable job. You've got to have vision on the quarterback. See it, break it, go get it. Give me that INT.
They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on second down. Makes the catch. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Jones wants to throw it. It's complete. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. On fourth down, looking for the completion. And they get it down short of the first down marker.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on fourth down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Here's a little room there. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Caught in the backfield, it's Marshall. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
We're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Dropping back, it's Hill. He's got his man, makes the grab. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
Find my matchups out wide. I love a matchup with my wide receiver. I like my guy better than yours. Quarterback finds the matchup. The wide receiver catches the football, takes it into the end zone for 6.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Makes the grab, it's Singleton. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Gators want to crank the tempo.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Making side adjustments here. Jones to throw. Makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They pretty much have to keep the offense on the field, and they'll get right to the line of scrimmage. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
They'll give it to Ball. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And the Gators go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and to hit that time, help force the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the middle. Picked off to stop the threat. Takes it the other way. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Boy, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
He'll run it again. Finding some room. Makes it past the marker. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, that's the best run of the day for him so far, and he's a guy that looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. He's beginning to wear on this defense a little bit. If you're on offense, you probably want to keep giving him the ball.
And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrates